Hi everyone, welcome to Teens on Twenties. This is a show brought to you by 55i Impressions. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. So today's topic is about credit and debt management. This is your host Teta Ashley, and this is my guest today. Hi.
Hi Teta.
How are you?
I'm very fine. Well, I'm by the names of Aline Gatesi, and I'm really happy to be your guest today.
Hope you guys enjoy the show. Hitting our first point being understand credit. What is a credit? What is a debt? A credit is ideni, kufata amafaranga kazayishyura nyuma, cyangwa se gusaba amafaranga umuntu kazamubwira ko uzamwishyura igihe runaka cyangwa se igihe mwumvikanye. Ako se ko dufite imyaka 20, ni gute umbwira ko ufata ideni uzaryishyura gute? Icyo kibazo nawe ujye ukibaza
cyane rwose ko ideni ntago rireba ngo urangana ute, you're 20, you're 19, 18 maybe and above. Ideni urifata mu gihe ukeneye kurikoresha ikintu cy'ingenzi. For example, nkatwe bo mu myaka 20 tugenda tugira ibiraka hirya hino. Hari ukugira ikiraka ukifuza ko wafungura nk'aga coffee shop. Ako ga coffee shop birakukora ntago bizapayinga capital uzakenera. So muri icyo gihe uzakenera iki? Ideni. Either from your friends, either from the bank. Cause ugira access kuri banke guhera ku myaka 18 mba ntibeshye. So in your 20s, you can take a loan from the bank according to how you use the bank. So uko numva ideni.
So we can go to the bank and get a loan. But I think it requires some time so that you can acquire such. But also, just asking, if you have ever taken a debt, kindly write something on the comments and explain to us or give us an experience of one of the debts you have acquired as an early teen or as an early 20. Establish a credit responsibly. Here we can talk about early 20, you or me, going to the bank and creating one yourself. Or you can still use your parents, or you can be granted authority to be the second user or a beneficiary to one of your parents' cards. Ideni rero ikintu gikomeye ku buryo iyo udafite akazi ntabwo kuri banki usanga ko yaguze ko warafunguye iyo credit card yawe. Icyo rero kikaba ikibazo kuko wabazi ko nta kintu gikoze.
Ideni nk'uko natangiye mbivuga ntabwo buri munsi ari about bank. Ushobora gufata ideni urihawe na mugenzi wawe cyangwa na bank. Ariko mostly kuri twebwe in our 20s, mostly we don't take loan from banks. We take them from our friends. Ahangaha kurifata nkatwe abenshi mu myaka 20 turadukoze ibiraka gusa nta kazi kari stable tuba dufite ko tuba dukinira ugomba kubalansinga wabona ikiraka ibyo. So ideni kenshi tubifata kuri bagenzi bacu.
So in other words, you prefer cyangwa se wemeza ko twajya mu babyeyi bacu gusaba authority cyangwa authorization yo kugira ngo dukoreshe amakarita yawe kuko n'ubundi niyo twafungura muri iyo banki ntabwo twabona uburyo tukaza gusaba
so bitewe n'amakuru dufiteho banki ijya kuguha ideni ari uko ufite ikintu cy'ingwate. If it's a loan, a very big loan, ingwate, maybe you say my house is the thing, if I don't pay, they'll take my house. So that's how it works. So in our 20s, most of us, we don't have houses. Ufite telefone irenze cyane uzabwa ngo niuza ubakiriza. So which is preferable ko wabwira umubyeyi wawe akabifashamo cyangwa ukamubaza. Gusa muri banki in our 20s biragoye cyane.
There you have it. So we all prefer to get grant or use ownership or get authority from our parents instead of creating our own, since we are not yet eligible to have ingwate kuza kutanga cyangwa tuboneye doni yacu ariko ibyo byose don't forget write in your comments your experiences so that we can keep the conversation going. But let's continue with our third point. Use credit cards wisely. I know it's so luxurious. Tanga say the sun is a chani. Tanga there is a more of confidence. I have my own money. I can pay with a credit card. I remember my first experience with a credit card. Gosh, it felt so nice to pay with a credit card. But how well can you use a credit card? I would prefer you stop at a certain amount when you're using it so that it cannot exceed your necessary needs, and you need to buy or you need to use the credit card. Tell us to operate your credit card. Just when you say, hey guys, I have a credit card, I can pay out. I don't prefer you to have all your money on the credit card, or I don't know. How do you take it home? What's your take on it?
Donc ibintu byose bisaba limite. Mu gihe utazi kwilimita ushiduka wagiye off limits. Kandi mu gihe wagiye off limits ushobora kwisanga muri ya period you're not at the point yo gupayinga what you went off limit. So ariyo mpamvu igihe cyose ufite credit card ujye uyikoresha. Not everything you want you have to do it. You only use it in something you need. The needy ones are very important than essential ones. So tugomba kuba responsable, ukamenya limite naho ugomba kugarukiriza uspending
I think the key word is limit. Limit your amount. Cyangwa se shyiraho ubwitangirizwa. Amafaranga yose ntakagire uko ubishaka cyangwa se uko ubibonye uzi ko uyafite. Sibyo? Ariko ibyo byose ntabwo wabikora utabanje kwishyura ama interest or the interest charges that you will be having on it, because if you use it more it is going to accumulate and accumulate, then usanga ufite amadeni menshi yo kwishyura kurusha uko wakwinjira gukoresha.
kuko nyine gake wilimita gukoresha menshi cyane no kuyishyura birakorohera, ariko nugenda mu kintu cyose wumva ushaka gukora ukajya ugenda uyashyiramo at the end of the day bizakugora gupay. So when you limit yourself birakorohera no gupayinga on time.
The key word is use credit wisely. Please don't forget to comment and also keep typing your comments. We want to see our crowd engaged in the conversation as well. So as we dive in our fourth point, monitor your credit. Regular use of credit. Check your credit reports. This is mostly sent to you by mail or by a message. So make sure you are following up on what you're spending on, or how many times you're using your credit card, or these reports that, for example, me, I use Equity Bank. They send, as the more you pay using your card, then
ibyo ngibyo ariko ideni ntitwumve ko ari credit card gusa. I can give an example of more cash of MTN, more cash. I think many people know more cash. They really give credits, very good credits, but you have to be responsible and know how to monitor them. You ask more, make sure you pay it. So you should monitor how to use it, either on your credit cards, either on more cash.
So in other words, we should keep up with the reports, like keep reading.
Keep reading, because when you get a credit, for example, of 50,000, they show you the message. They be like, you have to be paying in such a period of time. Make sure you take the amount of money you pay much.
So guys, remember, if you take more than you can pay, it's going to be a problem. Because, as you know, more cash, when you take the credit, you have to pay on time, or all your bank accounts, whatever you are linked to, is going to be so So
If you don't pay on time or more cash, they keep adding 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, and then your loan gets bigger. So learn how to pay credits.
exactly. Guys, please send your comments. We really want to know what you guys are thinking about these topics. And also, as we continue to our fifth point, or as we dive in continuously to these points, we have minimizing debt. Try as much as possible to reduce whatever you're taking from your friends, family, the bank. Do it when it's necessary and don't do it when it's not necessary. If you think you can wait for the salary, next month's salary to just solve that problem, please sit down, relax, and wait for that time. What do you think?
Yeah, we should always minimize our debts. Why? For example, you go in a supermarket, you see a very good trouser, you'll be like, I want this, but you don't have money. You tell your friend, can you lend me 20k? You call that little, okay, she lends you. You find something else, or you're out with your friends, ukavuga ati ndabishyurira tumwe mufate ibyo mushaka everywhere. Maybe you tell one of your siblings, can you lend me this? You keep growing your debt. In what? Unnecessary things. So guys, please ask for a debt on things that are very necessary, not your wants, just your needs. Something you're needing of is something that is very important to you. But something you want, you can wait for you to get enough money to pay for yourself. But tumenye ibintu bidufitiye agaciro n'ibitadufitiye agaciro. Kandi ntabwo ari ikintu cyo gukinisha ku buryo wavuga ati nshaka iki biyaranguriza nakuguriza 20 undi 30 aba 50 n'ejo n'ubundi ukomeza gutyo uzashiduka wagurishije amafaranga arusha ayo waniga inama. So tube responsable y'ibyo dukeneye n'ibyo dushaka. Dutandukanye gukenera no gushaka ni ibintu bitandukanye. So tumenye icyo dukeneye cyane aba aricyo dusabira. Yeah.
So one more thing I'll just share. Let's look at this aspect of studying, because us as students, we also need roles so that we can maybe prosper in school or survive in school, in other words. Like for example, in uni, you really need a lot of money. Don't take that loan, because in the future, my guy, hey, it's not going to be easy to pay them back. Because you get your first job,
niko batangira gukura amafaranga because baba barabahaye amount y'amafaranga.
So if they're cutting off that amount of money, why don't you look for other alternatives? Let's talk about scholarships. Let's talk about partnerships. Those people that can aid your education or can help you pay for your education, which I think is a good idea than you taking up alone.
Because you never know what your future holds, so you have to be careful. Thinking of it. I mean, preparing it, yet you're not in the future. So better be careful in what you're planning to do. You just look for the present. You never know what's in the future. So that's what I mean.
She just said, don't look in the present, but look for the future. So if you are waiting for that payment of the loan in school or in the university, which I know, they do that, but it's not a bad thing, but try and look for other alternatives. I've talked about scholarships, I've talked about sponsorships, I've talked about you partnering with some NGOs to help you out. I've talked about trying to get help from your parents, because I know parents will still help out.
Even family members, they can be your help.
So exactly. So look for other alternatives before you dive into the loan to avoid such problems. But again, please do something in the comments or tell us something in the comments so that we can also get an experience that we've not talked about or what you think about minimizing the debt. Create a budget. This is very nice in our early age, and I really love the aspect of you first planning for the money and before you even start spending it. Because okay, bamwe bitumye nakazi cyangwa se bamwe bitumye nta gukora, ariko iyo wamaze gushyira mu budget yawe ukavuga transport yanjye naya ngaya bijyaye amafaranga ukwezi nzaguramo iki ngiki cyangwa se mfite a long term goal. I think your budget should have the two, a short term and a long term goal, as in to help you in fashion. Niba hari ikintu ushaka kuzagura in the coming years or in future, because of korohera kugira ngo umenye ngo amafaranga ari kugenda mbika gute, ayo spending angana gute, ishuri njyayo kangahe, ese how much do I spend on my needs. Let's say we are girls, we need a lot of things. We need to do our hair, we need to do our makeup, we need to do shopping for some clothes. So I don't think without budgeting, they just start saving budget. I'm not going to share. Say a bit, do you do that budget?
Time. Uko utakoze budget ushobora kumara amafaranga mu nzu. Budget naivuga ikurinda, firstly ikurinda kugenda ukora ibintu bitari necessary ku munsi. Uvuge uyu munsi waplaninze, you're going to school in the morning, tike urayizi ukoresha buri munsi, cyangwa tuvuge ko ukora budget y'icyumweru. Uba warabaza amatike ya rero tu, maybe if you wanna go out, nabyo ukabishira muri budget, ukareba nimba bivamo, nimba ukeneye some stuffs zo gukoresha mu rugo, you know, just ukarisha muri budget. Ariko mu gihe utakoze budget, guys, I guarantee you, ushobora gusohoka ugahura n'agashakoshi, abakobwa turiyizi, in our 20s, agashakoshi, I have to buy this. Wahura n'akandi kantu, let me get this. Mu gihe utakoze budget, cya cyumweru y'amafaranga agitangiye. Azashira mu minsi usigara uri mu biti urimo uraguza kubera iki nta budget wakoze nta nubwo planning uzayikoresha. So managing our deficit is very important.
Exactly. It's again creating that budget so that we can also manage our debt, as she just said. So guys, just prioritize some things before you even go further with your amount. I want to just touch small areas things to check kugira ngo umenye neza kuri budget yawe ugomba kuba birimo n'ibyo ukeneye. So icyambere, you need to budget for your rent if you're paying rent, especially the students. And also you need to budget for utilities. For example, as girls have said, your oil for your hair, nails.
Yeah. Makeup, sometimes when you have weddings to attend, you be like, you need to buy a dress, shoes. We have a lot of things to do, as especially as girls. So you always have to save budget for that.
Exactly. So utilities, as I was talking, groceries, if you have some things that you need to buy in the house, make sure you've first accounted for that. And also, let's talk about transportation, because the transportation issue is a very strong one. So you need to budget for all those three. I just mentioned them because I know they're the ones that come up whenever we need to really pay or to really do our budget and fast. So I really think put a list of what you need more. If you're paying your fees, please budget that before you even start spending money for booze or doing any other activity that we all know, like as teenagers. But again, don't forget, the comments are very useful and we really need that to also have our crowd engaged. So as we're heading towards our sixth point, pay on time. This is very crucial. I just want to say that payments should be daily. I'm a fan of these and I love wow, when you stay out, I say, that's trust. So if you pay on time, someone will even gladly give you a debt.
One does he or she gave you before.
So if someone has already paid you, or if you have already paid that someone, it really gives you a good relationship with people, because you know we are humans. Money is just a nice luxury that we have, but make sure you pay on time. Ukuri tukiza abantu kuri niba utayafite mugire okay kwezi ntabwo ndahembwa cyangwa se kwezi nta kintu ndabona ariko kwezi gutaha cyangwa se itariki y'ibintu bimaze kubikora. Sinzi niba ari experience ugeze ugira yo kwishyura on time cyangwa se warabishyuye nyuma, ngira akantu gatoya waba ufite kigeze kubaho gasa nk'iyi point cyangwa se kongera ku byo twari turi kuganira.
So ibyo bintu bibaho cyane ukaba ufite nk'ikiraka turabizi kenshi ibiraka ntabwo bishira hari ikiraka ukora bakaziyandikira hashize ukwezi ukaguza nka mugenzi wawe for example wizeye ngo bazagushyura ikintu kinini ariko nimba uzi neza nyine ko akazi uri gukora gashira wowe saba ideni uvuga ati I'm not sure ariko ugapresiza nk'ukwezi kandi nyuma y'ukwezi ntujye kwihanga icyumweru ubizi neza ko icyumweru batazaba barayabahaye uvuga nka nyuma y'ukwezi amushobora ko muri iyi minsi nzaba narayabonye so tanga igihe uzi neza ko icyo gihe uzabona amafaranga like be honest with the person who is selling. If you're not honest then they're not gonna help you the next time you ask them for help. So let's be honest because iyo umubwiye igihe nawe ntabwo aba stressed out nimba azi ngo tuzajya kumusaba amafaranga ku kwezi azategereza ukwezi ariko numubwira icyumweru kikagera akagusaba ukambwira ati no urareba ntabwo biracamo okay azatajya kudoubtinga. So let's build trust between the people we advocate for kandi tube na honest mu gihe tubaha like ujye gusaba neza uzi ko
I think this should not only apply to people, but it should also apply to the bank. If you're taking that loan, please pay on time to avoid you not getting another one. Because I know when you take a loan from a bank,
not just with the bank. Not just with the bank. Maybe a person can be like, it's okay, but a bank, not just. You have to be specific and make sure you have time. If you don't, there are consequences. So, not just with the bank.
So let's start as small early 20s or teenagers so that we can avoid such problems of not having a good relationship whether with your friends or with the bank. Start being responsible in other words so that you can pay on time and also be accountable. Yeah. So please don't forget again, we need your comments down there. Is there anything that
yes, something else about more cash? When you pay on time, they increase your loan limits. For example, if you're allowed to get only 50,000 and you pay on time, they increase your loan limit. Yeah, which is a very good thing. That should teach us how to pay on time.
Exactly, that experience is a nice one. So if you are paying on time, you get more credits. So you are eligible to getting more money. So, but let's not you dwell on the credit part at most, but also try to minimize it as we are told at the above point. Yeah. So as we are concluding our show, but not yet, we are also going to talk about seek help if needed. Yeah, I just think if you're not able to pay for that credit that you took, or if you feel burdened, I know it's a big one. Like for example, if you're at school and you're almost doing your exams and you've not yet paid that loan at school, you're not going to be able to do the exams. Go to your employer, talk to your parents, talk to some friends to help you out, because there's no harm in saying I need help. For sure, there's no harm. I don't think if you are dying with a problem, tell us I know we are. I just want to make it. I don't want to make it official, but some ladies here or me, inclusive, I just feel like I'm independent. I don't need to seek for help, but I think opening up and being honest with yourself, I need help. You have to shout it out. You have to put people if you want to help. So I think you should also, exercise asking for help. Yeah. Experience
experience n'ubu ntayo ndagira ariko nyine gusaba ubufasha bikadutera isoni gusaba ubufasha. Hari igihe uba wibwira ngo you solve your problem ariko koko ukabona ko time irimo iraraninga ukazisanga igihe cyaragucitse wararuzinze byinshi kandi wakabaye ko warasabye help umuntu akagufasha hakiri time yo gusolvinga ibyo bibazo ufite. So ntibidutere isoni, ntibidutere ubwoba bwo gusaba help. Kandi help I know ujya kuyisaba umuntu ubona ko arimo kuhelp in the office. So don't be afraid to ask for help.
this should not apply to people only, but also go to your bank. You can ask for an increasing of the time of maybe you're paying that date. You can just go and talk to your credit consultants and ask them, what can I do? I'm not able to pay it right now. I'm issue that's where they will give you some other suggestions of you going to pay that loan, or they'll just also as well give you other ways of you repaying them. So I think help is an important thing as teenagers, because for sure you're still young.
Very.
Why are you dying with problems alone? Kindly seek the help. Ask for help. And also talk to people that you know have already had such challenges, so that you can also learn from them. And plus, it will help you cyangwa se bizagufasha gukomeza uba mukuru cyangwa se ugenda ukura mu bintu bijyanye no gufata amadeni. Murakoze cyane, ariko dukomeza reka tugere noneho kuri build an emergency fund. Ahangaha ni gusavinga people. My guys, we are going to save. Turi batoya, but saving starts when you're young. That's when it's more effective, and that's when you can also see or yield the use of saving when you're young. Because when you're mutoya, because I am a friend, I'm much able to control ko anemi ajya bimubwira shaka kubika udufaranga dukeya. Don't be a mayos cyane. Shaka udufaranga kubika dukeya kugira ngo wenda n'umuntu niyo tungura niyo yakubaza turi hehe shaka kubona cyangwa tuzana opportunity of work. Where are you? And you start saying, I don't have transport. That's a shame. And you were saying you had a job or you've been doing something. It's a shame. But if you start early, don't make it that big. Just throw some money somewhere and forget about it. Then in some time, you just go and you use it. But I really think if you have a job, it's best to go and so niba tuvuge biba utarabona ukuntu upayinga cyangwa se ukuntu ushaka iyo saving kugeza gute mu Rwanda ntugeze kwageza
Okay, a piece of advice, benshi muri twebwe kubika amafaranga biragora. Iyo uhuye n'ikibazo uziga ufite amafaranga ahantu directement uhita ujya kuyafata. Ariko as a piece of advice, ufunguze konti block. Nkanjye hari konti block nafunguje, indimita nyine ituma mvuga ati amafaranga nzayabika niba nyashaka ngo ndashaka kuyabikuza. I can't get it till I reach the period of time nahaye banki. So a piece of advice, ufunguze konti bloke ku bantu badashobora kuba bakwihanganira. Kandi ndabizi bitubaho twese na 20s, ushobora guhura n'ibibazo ukibuka ko kuri iki mfite amafaranga, I don't have to struggle. But ariko mufunguze konti bloke zibafasha gusevinga. I guarantee you guys birabafasha cyane. Because ugenda ubikaho igihe wihaye kuko banki izakwemera kugura amafaranga. And it's a kigera yarabiri. So that's my piece of advice.
I think as well, to contribute to what you say, you can still tell the bank if you're being paid through your bank account, you can request them to deduct a certain amount and throw it in that bank so that we can also save for the future. Because if you grant the bank that authority, it's much more easier than you doing it yourself. Because I know when it reaches on my bank, I have to eat it, right?
Yeah, right.
So guys, please save to avoid these problems, because as you grow, problems keep increasing. But if you have done something behind your back, it's going to help.
It will have your back. It will have your back in that moment.
Especially, yeah. So this is our final point, guys. We're going to talk about focus on financial education. This is more educating yourself on credit, looking for those people that have already had the past experience when they are young, like you, and learning from them. Kugenda kuri bank kiga, hari igihe amabanki agira ama workshops agiye atandukanye akurura abantu bato kugira ngo baze bige bakoresha banki. Niba utaranabimenya, ask your parents, they already know some news or how to use a bank cyangwa se ukoresha your credit card. So look for those ways cyangwa se genda muri ayo mashuri genda muri abo bantu ishizo banke kugira ngo twiyungure ubwenge. Nanone turacyari kuvuga, we are still talking about finances, guys. So Ali, just tell me, where did you get your financial education, or where did you get that advice, or where did you get that advice of you having a bank account that you can use for saving?
Actually, I approached my parents. I was like, I have this problem of not being able to save when I know I have some problems aside. They were like, try contemplate. Try it for like 3 months. You start from few months. If you're able to do it in 3 months, okay, you're able to do it in 3 years. Why not more than 3 years? So I approached my parents because I know they know a lot about that. So if you can seek your parents, seek your friends that are mature enough, above their 20s, ask them about that. Maybe go to the bank. Banks offers free explanations. It's free to ask and it's free for them to explain for you. So don't hesitate to go in a bank. You ask for you to get more information on how you can manage your financial life.
I think back to this, you should also ask people which bank is more efficient on your side if you're young. Like for example, I would argue Beka because it has more programs cyangwa se ifite ibintu byinshi cyane ku bana batoya nkatwe turi gukura. For example, Agoka Fund or one student's school fees, because your parents can also deposit your school fees for some time so that you can use it maybe when you are heading to university or when you grow up as a child and you start now owning up to your money. As we come to a conclusion of our episode 3, hope you have learned from episode 1, episode 2, and we are going to learn as well from this 3rd episode. We gladly and want you guys to keep up with Teens and 20s, and also don't forget to share, comment, subscribe, and also this is your host Teta Ashley and my guest
Aline Gatesi.